You know, you could just have me.
The Pony Express Show Podcast.
These motherfuckers.
But, like, if the internet gets a hold of this,
And I'm not blaming the people, like the cooks or the waitress. It's not their fault.
it's a raging alcoholic.
Correct.
Yeah.
You know, it's just shit food. It's shit
Shoot
food.
the shit for 5 minutes.
The intro would roll.
Pony Express Show Podcast. Pony Express Show Podcast.
This one was really good, though. On the radio.
I know, it's the fucking best.
That's what I'm talking about.
Pony Express Show Podcast.
Hello, welcome, Phone Express Show Podcast. Welcome to the show, Special K and Chef Bobby Flay here for you, a.k.a.
90 minutes.
Kev Tom.
90 minutes.
Episode 7.
We made it to 7.
Jeez,
Craziness, huh?
I
That
can't
intro
believe-
is still just blows my mind.
I know. I kind of beeped it at the beginning. That was my fault.
No, it's great. And we just keep rolling with it because we're not scared away by a technical error like that right out of
No.
the gate.
No, of course not.
So,
Yeah.
anyway.
I think Lucy escaped. I'll have to go get her.
I already got to kill.
Huh?
I already got to kill some time while you go deal with the dog.
Yeah, probably. You got something to go. Tell me about your shirt. I'll hear you from the background. I'll scream.
Okay, sounds good. Well, today we got the Do You Even Lift shirt featuring a Porsche 911 Turbo. Pretty sure that is what it is on the front of the shirt, but no, you don't lift. Not when you're having a good time. Anyway, we got the dog back. It's big league. The goose is loose, which means there might be some interruption throughout the cast.
It's all good. The landlord just handed her to me.
The landlord.
I feel bad. She can get through things.
She's wise.
She's quick. She's agile. She definitely has a mind of her own.
Yeah, don't leave the doors open. That's for sure.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I think I close them, but, you have to, like, push them so that the thing, like, gets.
Right.
You got older doors. You got to make sure
Yeah.
they.
They get
They
out of
look up.
spec after they get open like 100,000 times.
Yeah.
The door's a little out of spec, you know.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
little
yeah. So you got to
janky,
make
so
sure it. You got to, like, press
You got to
it.
know the door.
Yeah, you got to know the door, exactly.
Yeah, like I know the doors at my house.
Right.
All of them.
If they creak, if they don't creak,
Right.
all that kind of stuff.
Do I have to pull this one extra hard? Is this a soft handle?
Yeah, for real.
God, it's just amazing how people actually get to know their own doors so well.
Yeah,
You know, you go to a different house and you're like, go to open the door and you're like, how is this door going to react?
Sure.
When
Is
I
that something that
Yeah, that's like a new door. Is it a heavy door? Is it a
Mhm.
light door?
the thickness of the door?
Dude, it's a real thing.
You encounter doors every day, and you just take it
Every
for-
single
and you
day.
Take it for granted.
I know all the doors at work too.
Right.
And I got a lot of doors. There's like 100 doors at Buffalo Ford.
100?
Yeah.
Wow, dude.
Like actual doors? Yeah,
No way.
for sure. Anyway. What do we got today?
We got a lot today. So, if
Word.
you're tuning in on the video, we hope we figure our shit out. Last week I didn't. It worked, but it didn't work. And if you're part of the YouTube crew, you get it. If you're not,
Yeah.
don't worry about it.
360p, pre-recorded,
Um,
not edited at all.
there was some editing last week. Let's just put it that way. Anyway, so we got some decorations going on.
It's Pimpin' the Cast. It's a new segment of mine I'm going to bring up later.
Pimping the cast. I like
yeah.
it. I
And
like
these are pimp things that
Oh,
I
do
didn't
you
realize.
even lift?
Yeah.
Did you go through that?
Yeah.
Nice.
I had to kill like 20 seconds while you were finding the dog.
It's all good. I'll listen to it later or something.
Yeah, it wasn't probably a very good explanation, but you
At
just-
least the color.
it's basically
of the shirt,
like you go 100 all the time.
right. At least in this case, the words are white on the gray shirt, so you can read it, and you can see.
Obviously,
you can
he's on a
read
curvy
and then
road,
Try to understand the.
and everybody knows it's a Porsche. I hope you know that's a Porsche.
Yeah, I can tell from the back.
Yeah, it's got a distinct shape. You're like, yeah, that's a Porsche.
Yeah, like a 911.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I told him.
Oh.
About a minute ago.
Nice, cool.
Yeah.
Baseball's back. I'm repping the
Baseball
Twins.
is back.
The Twins won today.
I
too.
haven't watched a single minute of it.
Are you serious?
Dead serious.
Damn. So they won the first game, lost the second game, won the third game. So I
So what are we,
kind of
2
like
and
the
1?
new.
What does that make us?
Yeah, we're
2
2-1. Yeah.
2 and 1.
So I kind of like the new divisions. There's 5 teams in each division, and they all are the local time, right? It's American League and National League, right? And yeah, you're just gonna play the people that are like in your time zone next to you. And I'm like, that's great. That's how the old days were, where you could only travel an hour or 2 hours to, play somebody.
Oh, so they're like having limited opponents this year too, not
well,
just
it's,
60
it's a
games.
quick game. Quick season, and then also 5 teams in each division. So we have like the White Sox, Kansas City Royals,
Yeah, we had that before. Detroit.
Detroit, and
Detroit.
well, I'm just being silly. And
That's
then
great.
who's our big boys? Cleveland Indians.
The Indians.
Yeah, the Indians. So that's our 5, and we are tied with the Cleveland Indians and the
Cleveland Indians
at
at their current rate, it will be hard for the Twins to.
what
best that.
current rate? What
Like,
do you mean
I'm
by
just
that?
saying the amount of winning that team has done in the last 5 years is incredible.
Well, we won. We went to we lost to the Yankees last year. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
To get to the
that's
World
because
Series.
we always lose.
We won
to
the pennant.
Yankees.
Or no, we lost the pennant, but we
Yeah.
lost the pennant to the Yankees.
Anyway,
Anyway, so baseball's cool.
baseball's back.
Last week yesterday was UFC Fight Night, so I stayed up for that. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, with wild hockey's
Some major
back.
jiu-jitsu, yeah. No,
tomorrow,
hockey is
day after tomorrow.
it's a week from today.
Oh, is it a week? Oh, yeah, because it's August 2nd.
Yeah, but we don't have to worry about dates here. We're just glad.
I don't know
sports
what time
back.
it is.
We don't know what time it is. Yeah,
We don't have any clocks down here either.
no, but baseball's back. We're pumped about it. Mm-hmm.
I haven't watched a minute of it, but I
Okay.
will watch. I
So
promise.
check it out. So the first pitch of the game.
Today's game.
No. But we can get to that. The first pitch of the season for the Twins, Max Kepler walks up to the plate and bangs it home run. So that's like the opening,
Wow, that's
Season.
what
and then we won that game.
12-2 or something.
No, it's 10-5, and then we lost
10-5.
the second game 10-2.
We got smoked. We
I
got
wanna
smoked
say.
that game.
Yeah.
The second
And then we
game.
won 14-2 today, 14-5.
Just
today?
a whipper.
Yeah, but who cares?
That's a lot of scoring in baseball. 14.
It was a big deal. So I went to Benihana's last night. It was our buddy's birthday, and what we realized once we sat down there was that none of us had been to Benihana's except for him. I realized later in that
You had never been there?
I had been to Osaka with you.
That doesn't. Yeah. Have you been to Kobe in Plymouth?
No.
Okay, Kobe's the same. It's the
Kinda
same
deal.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've realized these hibachi places are kind of like
Oh, I got a-
Chinese
I got a story for you.
restaurants.
I got a story
They're
for
just
you.
everywhere now.
I got stories for you. So anyway,
It's not anything special to
No, I
go to
love those
Benihana's.
places.
Actually, I think Osaka
and I won't tell you the specific one.
is
'cause-
better than Benihana's, and I've never had Benihana's. I can tell you Osaka's better.
Cool. And I have a video of Tom over here at Osaka getting the what is it sprayed in your mouth? Is it butter?
The vodka? No, it's
Oh,
sake.
it's sake.
It's sake.
Yeah, so they're spraying sake in Bow's mouth like out of this.
The guy had to cut me off
Yeah.
because I wouldn't stop. You know, like there's like a courtesy window of like that you get to
Jesus
hit the
Christ.
sauce.
Oh,
And
God.
so he sprays your mouth. You do like 3 seconds.
No.
I'm on there for like 18, 19 seconds. And the guy's like, okay, just pull it away.
We were counting.
That was what, 4 years ago probably?
I don't know, but I brought that story up to them to say I've been somewhere, just not here. Or to
I've
a
been to-
quote unquote Benihana's. Right? And I won't say the specific, just touch her. I won't say the specific which one because I don't want to, and whatever.
We're not accepting any money from these restaurants. We're
No,
getting.
and
These
we
are
don't
not
wanna,
paid
I don't want to
advertisements.
badmouth any of these things. We're talking about a general prepare food in front of you organization kind of restaurant.
Right. A hibachi restaurant.
Yes, hibachi.
Yes.
because I did get the hibachi steak. So anyway,
They
go
did the
in.
show. Did they do the show?
Oh, of course. But I liked so actually what they did was they were like, hey, use your camera on your coaster. And on the coaster was a QR code, which is, that little box.
Yeah. Looks
And
like a
then-
checkered
Yeah,
board.
yeah. And then it popped up with the menu. And you could look through the
Oh,
menu on
that's
your phone.
great. So you don't have to touch anything.
Right. But Stav, of course, doesn't have like a phone.
He doesn't have a phone that works.
He has a phone, but he needs like the Wi-Fi. So he's like, "Do they have Wi-Fi?" And we're all like laughing at him because it's like 0% chance we're gonna ask, "Hey, do you guys have Wi-Fi?" Because this just would be, it's more. We need him to.
He doesn't. It's not a full. It's like a 50% phone.
Well, of course they have Wi-Fi. Like we're in a place.
Right. But he just like almost had to share a phone with someone else to like at dinner.
That's true. Yeah.
It's like
For the
when you're
menu.
one menu short and you have 6 people at dinner and then people have to pass the menus around. That sucks.
So that's kind of what occurred and it's also, as much as I enjoyed that, it's also unfortunate because the great thing about having a physical menu, or if you're going to do a menu on a phone, I encourage like maybe, I don't really know, putting like a topics at the top or something, kind of like Uber Eats where you could go entrees, whatever.
Okay.
Just because I had to like scroll through everything first. Because I was like, what did they got? What did they got? What do they got? You know, because
Right.
on a big menu, you're like, what do you do when you get a
I
menu?
flip it over.
You flip it over.
Absolutely.
And you're like,
Everybody
what do they
knows.
got? What do they got?
Yeah.
So that's my point.
Everybody knows.
you
That's the
flip it
rule,
over,
especially if you're at a steak place.
What do I
because
got?
The
You
steaks
flip
are
it.
always on the back.
Anyway, so you get it.
Yeah.
And then if you end up on the steak page, you're like, well, where are the apples?
I suppose Manny's has like a glorious book that you get to order out of, and you open it up, and it's just 2 pages.
Right.
But you always go to the right side then instantly because you're not going to
Go to
buy
the
what you're
left
looking
side.
for over by where the drinks, the drink menu.
Right.
Anyway, that's great.
Yeah, so, I mean, so we're on the phone and we're looking up the shit, and, God, Stav needed to get his martini fixed like 3 times, so that was a whole thing.
A martini fixed?
Yeah, you need to fix it. That's a whole thing. But anyway, so Charlie's our chef. He rolls up, and this is why I bring it up. The guy, good dude. I tease when I say he was probably drunk, but I'll get there.
I digress.
I digress. So the guy, just such a G, and is doing the show. And so Steve's like, hey, do you have to like go home to learn this shit? You know what I mean? And he's like, yeah, you have to go to Japan to like figure this shit out.
Yeah. They're
But-
well-paid guys there.
Well,
I think that's like a legit chef job.
no, dude, the guy was Mexican. And I pointed out to Steve, I'm like, you asked the guy if he was going home. That's interesting. Anyway, so
Anyway.
but he was an awesome dude, and he made some good food, and yeah. Did you fart?
No, that was the dog. She's
The dog.
whining.
Oh, I thought you farted. But anyway, so Charlie was a G, but this is the point. So he's doing
He
the show.
didn't even wait for the smell confirm on that one.
Well, I heard something. So anyway, so he's doing the show. But anyway, good dude. People make mistakes. It's not a big deal. But he tries to do the lemon, and you like flip a lemon, and you catch it with the spork or the fork, the big
It just
pronged fork.
on
Yep,
the
and
end,
the
yeah.
lemon goes right on the end. And he tried to do it like 3 times, and it's no big deal. But each time it fell, I happened to be sitting on like the one side. And it just sprayed me in the face, man. And what the funniest part was like he didn't notice, and I was like, "This motherfucker is just spraying shit. I could get grease in my eyes."
I could tell that you were not at Osaka.
No, actually, I was not. That being said, I had a great time.
Benihana's where you go to watch these guys practice.
God, I don't want to badmouth anything, but yeah, I had a great time. And this guy, was very funny, and I'll spray lemon juice and fucking grease all from the grill all over your face
Oh God!
as you sit there. And
See,
he's like,
he missed the trick like
But he's
3
trying to,
times.
yeah,
you said
3
right.
times.
It wasn't a one-off
No,
like
no, no.
spray job.
and
It
there's
was
a couple
multiple.
times where the egg goes up and the egg just like cracked on the grill, and then he's just like, well, I'll use the egg. Scrapes the shells off the grill. I was like, nice, dude. But at the same time, it was like,
Oh.
it was very like, I mean,
What was the guy's name?
I'm not gonna say, but you could go back in the podcast. But it's very, it was not graceful.
No.
Yeah, and it wasn't funny enough to not. So I tease, but at the same time, I had an interesting experience.
Yeah, definitely not as good as Osaka. Kobe was good. You should try Kobe.
Yeah, you said it was a.
Yeah, it's in Plymouth.
Yeah, cool.
Pretty close for
I
you.
like that. I was gonna buy Tillamook ice cream, but I didn't.
Creamiest ice cream available,
I didn't.
without a doubt.
But I wanted to get it, and we could eat it.
We're not paid by Tillamook, by the way.
No.
But I will
wanted to,
plug their flavors.
Yeah, I wanted to eat it on the podcast. Like
Oh,
tonight.
that would have been brilliant. Well, I could have.
I could have been like, hey.
I have a whole thing of it. My friend.
Do you?
Yes.
All right. Well, next time bring it.
Cookie. I stock cookies and cream and cookie dough.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So because some days I want like the creamy chocolate bits, and then some days I'm like I want the full chunks of
Yeah.
cookie dough.
Do
But
they make a cotton candy?
I don't think so. They're like legit flavors, Kevin,
So
not
I
like
know.
some retarded flavors.
Dude, Dairy Queen cotton candy summer blizzard might be the best blizzard there is.
You know what? A lot of people have said that the DQ cotton
And I've
candy,
tried-
and it's just
And I mean, I go all over the board, but at the end of the day, when you walk up to Dairy Queen and it's a hot day, and they're like, "What do you want?" You're like, "Cotton candy mini blizzard, please." And they're like, "The mini?" You're like, "Yeah,
that's the ticket.
I just want a mini." Cotton
Yeah,
candy
I usually order a small.
yeah, you don't need too much.
No, it's.
When
I mean, it's not
when I
even real dairy
realized-
ice cream. I don't know what's in it, but it's dank.
Yeah. What I realized was, if you can, when I get a small, right, versus a mini or small, whatever, doesn't matter.
The mini is a micro
But
though.
a small, when you get blizzards, you like, you're finishing the end and it's melting, right?
Yeah.
Usually it's melting.
Oh,
at the
mini
bottom.
blizzards. You're through it before it gets melted.
That's true, but this is how I tested how I liked blizzards. Oh, good, that just turned off. It doesn't matter. So,
the sound
when
quality
you're eating
is
a
amazing.
small blizzard, at the bottom, if it's melty, right? That's great. My cotton candy small blizzard never got melty because I ate it so quick because I liked it so much. That's how I figured out. I was like, oh, I just like this the most.
Yeah,
You know?
just pound them down.
Pound them all the way down.
Seriously, where I work, there's a Dairy Queen run twice a week in the summer. Someone will be like, "I'm going to Dairy Queen. Who wants one?" And they'll come back with like 6, 7 things.
Gotta
It's
get
the
bars.
bomb. When it's a hot afternoon selling cars, hitting a Dairy Queen after closing a deal. There's almost
You close
there's
the deal,
almost
you're like,
nothing
guys,
better
I'm going to Dairy
feeling.
Queen because I just closed the deal, and
I
everyone's
close
like,
the deal
nice,
and eat a
brother.
blizzard. It's like the greatest thing of all time.
Yeah. That's the cool thing about, I guess sales. If you close something, you can just be like, okay, I'm going to go relax for the day.
Yeah,
The car's a little different.
yeah, cars is we're there all the time. But anyway, Kevin, we got again loads to talk about. I did want to just touch on a couple things that I had happen this week that I'm interested in. If you don't care, fine, but
I care.
I know.
We all care.
A lady stalled her car 7 times at the speedway in front of me, like on Tuesday.
Like a manual?
Like it was a Chevy Cruze, or no, it was a Chevy Sonic, the really small one.
A Sonic?
And I heard it
I've
like
never heard of a Sonic.
yeah, it's smaller than the Cruze.
All right.
It's like a Mini Cooper, but they look retarded. You know,
Can you see me when I do this, or does it?
you know
look
your
annoying
mic's in
because-
your way. Your
Is
face.
it?
Yeah, yeah. Keep it.
I don't.
like-
I want to look at you. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
if we had like a more high end shit, then we wouldn't have to do this. But
Well, no. The next step. Sorry to interrupt. Real quick. You forgot to bring the splitter. Not you forgot. You couldn't.
I
find the
looked for
splitter. Yeah. So we're gonna have to get one, which I think is easy.
they're like $20.
But once we get past that step, if all of a sudden we get more mics, blah blah blah, that's all the steps. The next step is better mics, and then we could really, we could be this far away. We could be this far away, and it would be fine.
There's lots of bad mics
Yeah.
out there. These are good mics.
I know, but I mean, like that would be the next step, is we could be this far away
Oh yeah, and you got the little screen thing.
instead of this far away.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, no, the screen. Fuck that. At that point, you don't need the screen.
you don't need it at all.
No, I've been looking at. Keep going with your story.
Anyway, I was just gonna say that this
She
lady,
stalled it 7
she's-
times. Did you
so-
count?
Well, I'm like getting my
Did you
helmet on.
confirm it was 7? Did you count?
Yeah,
7?
I started counting like
So-
it's likely higher.
Okay.
I didn't start counting
So
until I
7 is-
noticed that
so
this was
7
going on.
So 7's arbitrary.
Yeah, so I go, and I always, of course, when I get on the bike or off the bike, I always look around and like
Sure.
see what kind of cars I'm by. Everybody does,
So Chevy.
and so I always
Sonic.
look at who's at the gas pump. So this lady gets in, and she fires it up probably like 4 times and barely lets the clutch out and just clunks it every time. Like I know exactly what she's doing
Yeah.
over there.
I get
And
it.
like
Yeah,
she
yeah,
just
yeah.
doesn't get it.
She can't do it.
And-
She's dumping it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like, little lurch action. Like, so I started counting.
God, it's so tough to drive manual if you've like never.
If you've never done it, I get it.
They
She's probably
really
starting
gotta-
in
they-
second.
Do they have go karts that are manual?
Yeah, shifter carts.
See, that's people. So when you do a go kart when you're a kid,
yeah.
typically you don't get the manual transmission. You get a
No,
go.
you get like a centrifugal clutch, like it's an
Yeah,
automatic.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
a press and it's a press and rip.
Right. I think it would be very cool if like go karts weren't that way. If it was like, hey, here's a like I guess it's more complicated though.
My Coleman's a twist and rip. It's like just same
Yeah.
type of deal, same exact motor, but on 4 wheels instead of 2.
Right. And it just.
So anyway, this lady
Yeah.
finally gets the car to move, and so when I got done counting, it was like 7 times. I was like, R.I.P. clutch. You could probably smell it right next to the car.
Again, it's a Chevy
Sonic.
Sonic. So it's not.
Sonic
Nobody's
hatch.
gonna miss it.
No.
So
no,
she's doing fine.
I guess. So then I put my gear on and
At
I
least she
took
was
off.
behind you. I know, Goose. See, this is good practice for her to be ignored for 90 minutes.
I made some friends.
She'll eventually
Made some
sleep.
new friends this weekend.
Oh, talk to me.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
met a couple cool guys.
Cool.
Shout out to Freddie, and Sean.
Some friends.
Sean at
Friends for B.
Twin Cities
Finna
Skydive.
making friends.
He works at Twin Cities Skydive.
Is that the skydiving place?
Yeah,
Very cool.
he's a certified instructor there. Just like
seen
he's
the,
jumped like 1,000 times.
I've seen the box.
Anyway, he said I should go do it, and I was like, maybe.
I'll come with.
Oh, that would be gnarly.
If you know a guy there, that'd be cool. He'd make
So-
sure we don't die.
Yeah, but anyway,
I'm sure it's very
I
safe.
made some friends. That was cool,
Cool.
and
Happy
That's-
for you.
it's fun to meet people that ride. How do you meet new people, Kev?
I don't know, man. I don't really meet people.
The cold hard truth. You
That's not
don't
true.
meet people.
I mean, I'm very, like open to my surroundings, but I haven't just been doing anything new. I mean, I meet people at jiu-jitsu, I suppose.
Yeah.
There's new people all the time.
right,
I see people at work, there's new people walking in and out, but I'm done. I'm not trying
right.
to.
Yeah, you're not trying to be friends with them.
Well, it's not like I'm not trying to be friends with somebody. It's just at jiu-jitsu it's easy. If somebody's cool, it's cool. We're friends because I see you at jiu-jitsu. So if I see you, I see you.
Okay, cool.
That sounds great. And we can
I
be
suppose you
friends.
do that. You do an activity where you
Right.
get together with like group
People. Yeah. And if you're
jujitsu's-
into it,
jujitsu is good
yeah.
for that.
and if somebody like gets a belt back in the day before, you couldn't hang out with people, you go get a beer,
Right,
And that was cool because these people.
Yeah.
And it was cool. You
That's
celebrate.
awesome.
Yeah. So that's how,
Yeah,
just like you.
share an interest. It's like meeting someone on
Yeah,
the
with you.
snowboard hill. Yeah,
Yeah. You on the bike. Yeah, exactly.
Totally.
So
good.
that's if you need friends, get a hobby that involves
that is right.
a group of
we
people.
just we
Not
wanna
even.
just
They
solve
have-
someone's problems.
Right. So check it out. If
On
you need some
The
friends.
Phony Express Show podcast.
Well, like COVID-19, you get locked up in places. So if you're,
the
into,
quarantine.
yeah. So if you're into motorcycles, there's got to be a motorcycle hangout. You can do that
Motorcycling is
outside.
quarantine.
Yeah. Tennis, you can play tennis. I saw an ad for that on the TV.
The fact that you can play tennis. Well, they're playing sports again. Look, it's just going to be COVID for a while, and that's what's going to happen.
should
And
have
then COVID will be over.
We should have a
And we'll
a
be
jar.
fine.
We should have a jar, and every time we say the word, we have to put $1 in. We should just avoid saying COVID. just
I
thought
would
of
put
it,
that in the jar.
and we would just put $1 in because it's just I don't.
You know,
want
Nancy, she got the COVID.
COVID,
Yeah, she got the COVID.
So that ranch is going to be cool because it's unopened.
It's fresh.
Yeah. We're talking about a piece of ranch that's on top of.
It's not. It's just a bottle up there,
Bob's
and I precisely
St.
placed
Paul
it so that it will
decoration.
not hit me in the head if it tips over.
Yeah. Do you like I just put this up last minute. I don't think it would work, but it works really well.
Okay, on the segment "Pimpin' the Podcast."
Oh yeah, go for it.
No,
Oh, not yet.
I just had to bring it in so that we're official. Like this is the
this
segment.
is the segment. Pimping the podcast.
Yeah, "Pimpin' the Podcast."
So in our effort to just try to not sit and I don't know. I feel like every time we sit down, we're not we need to be better.
What do you mean we need to be better?
just never
We are
satisfied.
better.
I'm never satisfied. But anyway, we've got like
You're always reaching for the stars.
you gotta have some.
Bob's just content right here.
So we got some canvases with some cities in the back, some cool
It's great because we both lived here for a long time and represents a lot of our favorite things.
yeah, just some cool stuff. And then
and it's rad and ranch bottle.
and then this tapestry that I used to have in college, which just got peacocks on it, which I think is topical. And they're in a tree. And it hangs down. Fills the screen.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
As soon as you put it up, I was like, thumbs up.
Yeah, and when I'm looking at you, it's kind of this is our world, and it will expand.
Yes, it needs to.
And then, there's visual behind you. Like, how
There's room for improvement
Correct.
everywhere here.
And we can eventually, like, when we're conversing, there will be things as visual
Do we say
stimuli.
that we were going to upgrade for this week? I don't even know. That wasn't even something we even promised.
No,
we just did it.
We kind of came down here. I kind of just picked some shit up. We could probably
cool.
move that over here eventually. I don't know. This
I
we
love
all
the
figure
map.
it out.
The map's tight.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
hang a gun. above or something.
Put the 22.
Put the 22 up there.
Yeah, 22 is a good
Because,
fun
you know,
gun.
or
Because you'll never
like a
need a
piece of-
22.
You could put like a piece of bow or like archery equipment. Because the people that don't do archery won't get it.
You know, I have what's called a bow spider, and I could just
Put
hang
it on the wall.
Yeah, I've wanted because you could just hang
Or just hang a target.
Well, I don't want to put anything on the wall, and there's a screw right there. So that screw,
Hang something, baby.
yeah, you could hang a little thing on that screw there. See, this is just in where the tile is. I just tucked the canvas in there, and then obviously these are just resting on the couch, but
It's good.
and then the
spots for
ranch
'em.
dressing is just
It's just balancing up there.
balancing up there.
Yep. But I won't
Dude,
hit me
this
in the
is-
head if it falls.
This is all just a balancing act.
That's right.
Yeah. We don't really want to. There's no need for permanence. We don't really want to. I mean, there's a door behind here that we need to get to, like there's like a furnace back there, so we
Yeah.
can't have any.
You can't do
need-
anything with that space.
Everything needs to be a balancing act.
Right.
Correct.
There's a door there, so
Yeah.
we gotta
But
make
in the
sure we
meantime-
don't do anything too extreme with the decor.
What's the best cruising music when you're cruising on your bike?
Oh, dude.
What are you listening?
I could
to?
talk about music for a long time.
I thought so.
I get a lot of inspiration from my friends, actually.
Do you have like a Spotify you guys share or anything like that?
No. I just ask them. When I ride in their cars or we hang out and they play music, I always ask what it is, and I always write it down. I pop it in my Spotify, add a couple bangers to my playlist.
Do you have
The
a
playlist is called Super Bangers.
It is.
Yeah.
Should I look it up right now? Let me find it.
Can you look it up if you have Spotify? Can you find my
Yeah,
playlist?
I think that's the point.
Super Bangers.
Is that the?
It's the bomb.
I think that's the point.
Do you know
of Spotify.
do you know what the
See,
first
we're
song
on-
off the rip is on it?
Bob, we're on Spotify, so we need to plug Spotify. We're also on iTunes and YouTube. Follow us, smash that
And all the
subscribe.
major
the
platforms.
major- all the
Wherever
major
you go to
platforms.
get your podcast, we will be there.
So, it's called
Phony Express Show Podcast.
Super Bangers.
Super Bangers.
So, after you subscribe or follow Phony Express Show Podcast, or you're probably already following us, as silly as that sounds, because the only reason you would be listening to us is because you're stupid and following us. Anyway,
Kevin, we need to address the elephant in the room.
yeah.
The podcast is blowing up.
No, it's not.
It's blowing up.
How blown up it is.
It's exploding.
Nobody's listening to this show.
It's blowing up.
What are the
man.
numbers, man?
I don't know.
You don't know?
We don't talk about our numbers.
I don't know what the numbers are.
I told we went over this. We don't talk about our numbers.
All right, well, the numbers, let's just say they're up.
They're up.
Let's just say they're up.
They're
So
up.
Super Bangers playlist.
Super Bangers.
Is it all capital?
I mean, probably.
There's a couple Super Bangers playlists. There's volumes, too. But these are by Neil Smith. I don't like Neil Smith.
Super Bangers. No,
This is by
just a
Max
capital S
Smith.
and a capital B.
Tom Boberts.
Oh yeah.
So, y'all, if you want to find the playlist, Super
Are you gonna
Bangers.
plug my list?
Yeah,
What if
'cause
I
it's
get
easy to
followers?
find.
That'd be sick.
So it's very easy to find. If you just type in Super Bangers, it's the one that's super, then bangers, not any of the volumes, and not all capitals. Capital S, capital B. And you'll see my boy B right there.
You want to sample us
So-
something?
Now that I hearted that, it's added to the library.
You want to sample something for the listeners?
We can play in the background, I think. I'll just kind of do this. Can you hear that? Well, you can hear that.
Which is this my playlist?
Yeah.
Which
Here.
one is it? What would you start at the top?
I think it just goes randomly, dude.
MK. So hot.
So just put in the background there, yeah. As long as we talk, then I don't think we can get sued if we just kind of put it in the background.
We can't get sued.
Actually, we might be able to if it is too much.
So I'm going to start a segment
Mhm.
called Bob's News. Okay? It's basically just a segment about the things that I care about, any news in the car or motorcycle industries or anything that I'm really, really interested in. And ideas for the news, if you want to send us something, you can be sent to phonyexpressshow@gmail.com. Don't send us anything. Anyway, so Bob's News, 80th annual Sturgis. It's happening.
In South Dakota?
It's happening.
Wow.
It's on. They don't cancel Sturgis for fucking anything.
Well, you're gonna be outside the whole time.
Yeah, but it's like
Are you gonna go?
it's like no.
Oh.
It's like 20,000 people. Or maybe that town goes to like 100,000 people. It's insane. There's no social distancing or anything going on, but fuck it. South Dakota doesn't give a fuck.
I think I
They didn't even close anything in that
in the
state
segment,
to begin with.
in the segment cool and lame. I'll call it cool.
Cool.
You're gonna be outside the whole time, as long as you're not. I mean, if you're pissing on anybody, it's probably somebody you're married to or
I
your family
suppose.
member. And
You know.
they
don't even have they don't got anybody doing anything special or anything.
you're riding a motorcycle the whole time.
No, you're not, dude. You're partying in massive groups,
Yeah. Well,
which
guess
I don't give a fuck.
So if you're pissing on somebody, it might not be your family member, and you might not be married to them.
Sure.
It might be the more.
But anyway, I just
more
wanted to,
moreover than not, the person you're pissing on is probably a complete stranger.
yeah.
So yeah.
I would love to live in South
So maybe
Dakota.
we
That
lame
would be a
them.
cool state.
Do you want a
to-
cool or lame Sturgis?
I think it's cool.
Do you?
Yeah, I just
Even though
they
you're
just don't
more
give
likely-
a fuck. I mean, that is the
Even
truth.
though
I
if
still
you
think it's
urinate,
cool, and I'd
you're
still
more
want to go.
likely to pee on a stranger.
I'm not going to pee on anybody, Kevin.
Wow.
But those roads to ride are incredible, and I've never
what are
done
the,
it.
What's the draw? The
The
roads?
draw, the roads, the Black Hills.
Sweet.
The big rally and parties
got,
and good food and music and concerts every night and for like 2 fucking weeks.
It was cool, man. I got a black belt in the Black Hills right now. He's just chilling out there, but it looked good on Instagram. Yeah, Lou, I love you.
You guys
you
can
too.
probably hear that the dog is.
She's fine. She's just. You want to say hi on the podcast? Pick her up on the couch. Just say to her, "Come on." Just say, "Come on."
Come on, Lucy.
She just wants some attention. Just pet her.
Okay, now you just gave me another job.
Well,
You can't be. I'm already employed by the cast here, Kev. I don't need a second job. Dog petter.
she stays quiet.
Away goose.
Lucy, come here.
No, she's down. She's fine.
Well, maybe next time we trade spots, and then I'll put the dog.
No, it's fine. I can handle the dog. I'm just saying it's an
Okay.
extra job.
It is, but she's adorable.
She is cute.
Yeah, she look at her. Look at
Way
her.
cuter than Mika.
She just wants to sniff you.
I know. She likes my smell.
She just wants to sniff.
I smell like speed and danger.
And danger.
And danger.
What were we talking about?
Well, I was just doing Bob's News. It was Sturgis Rally. It's fucking happening.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I love Bob's News. This is great.
You know what's cool? Is a guy that's going, has 2 Indian motorcycles, and I sold him a new truck to go pick up his new camper for Sturgis.
Oh.
So he had a day where he spent like $170,000. Like, that was an expensive fucking day. So, but he got the best of everything. He probably was the coolest big truck F-350 I've ever sold. It was madness cool.
Madness.
It was madness. It was the
This is Sparta.
the Lariat Sport package with the black wheels and the bigger tires, and
How
Yep.
much is that?
71 grand.
It's not bad.
Yeah,
So what other Bob News you got?
that's it. I just
That wrapped it
it's
up?
just one. It's
Here
just
you
ever,
go.
it's only
I
going to be
love
one
it.
thing ever.
I like it.
Otherwise, it's too much prep.
Bob News.
One thing. I can pick one thing that
I'm a
happened.
big fan.
You're a big fan of Bob's News.
So what? But what music are you cruising on right now? I mean, from what
The
I'm hearing,
first-
it's
the
all this. From what I can see on this stuff, it's all very trancy.
Yeah, 'cause you want like the
The
first song off the hits, like Name of the Game by the Crystal Method.
Once this thing is done with the commercials, we'll
Oh yeah, 'cause do I get paid?
There are like 70 commercials here. You don't get paid shit.
I actually pay them.
Correct.
So what happens when I start getting traction?
I don't know. Maybe they'd reach out and be like, "Yo,
Yo, man, you're getting like big traction.
we want you to do
Now
another.
we'll
we want
pay
you to
your.
do another
We'll
playlist."
cover your subscription cost.
That'd
We're
be
not going to
awesome.
pay you, but
Hey,
we
yeah.
won't cost you anything to be with us now 'cause
Yeah.
you're big time.
Right. That'd
you
be
know?
cool. That'd be cool.
Yeah. That would be cool.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've had some real wins and some real L's here on the cast as far as segments.
Yeah, big time.
We've definitely had some fails, no doubt about it. But we're not going to talk about that today. But
Well, I mean, the
we
podcast
are. I think that segment was a win. That was cool.
It was cool.
So we're going to keep that one.
We're just gonna do what we do.
We're just going to do what we do. You won't even know it. We don't even need to talk about what we're gonna do. We'll just do it and
Oh, I was thinking about it too.
stay along for the ride.
Like, I'd like to. Okay, what can you? Well, maybe we can talk about that later. But like, somebody was coming up with like a barbecue sauce, or like a hot sauce. You know what I mean? Like something you could sell. You know, like what can you do? I mean, I got the loom idea. Don't want to give it out, but like you can make clothes.
I think that idea is a crock of shit.
But anyway,
You guys are fucking posting
what
about
other ideas we
looms.
got? What other ideas do we
When
got?
I open,
Shut the fuck up. What other ideas?
when
do
I
we got?
open that application with an H, which we aren't endorsed by, so we won't take any or give them any free advertising. But when I open that up and it's a group chat, you don't know. It's like opening Pandora's box. You have no idea
Right.
what you're getting into.
Right. What's
That's
this?
a good one.
What is this?
This is Warriors.
Interesting.
The song's called Warriors.
Nice. Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah.
Cool.
I love that. That playlist is my baby.
Yeah. Super bangers.
Super bangers.
I love it.
Yeah.
We'll see what we can bump that up to. So
You know
yeah,
what people say? They like a song and they're like, dude, that song wails, you know?
Yeah.
I'm always thinking in terms of like, how many bangers is it? Is
Sure.
it like a 5 banger?
That's kind of like your pizza thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, pizza bangers?
Speaking of, we have lots of pizza
We do.
in our future.
I'll be totally truthful. I love Supreme Pizza, so I bought one. When I was in the store, I'm at Kowalski's, and which we don't take any money from Kowalski's,
No.
and we're not endorsed.
I'm
by
kind of
them.
over it by this point.
Over what?
If somebody contacts us to like say like don't say the name, we'll be like okay. Or if they say like take down the podcast,
All right.
like that episode.
So
we'll be like,
anyway,
no, but
we're not
like,
taking any money.
The worst
from
thing
them.
is they just demonetize the one episode, and we'll be like, oh no, the one episode. Like we'll make sure we don't do that again.
demonetized.
So don't worry about it.
Anyway,
We're not worried about it.
so they're on sale for $5.99. Okay. So I get a Supreme and I got a pepperoni, and tonight I brought the pepperoni, but the Supreme I had in my hand to take with me, and I read what's on it, and I like Jack's Supreme because they don't have mushrooms. Lots of Matzah has mushrooms, and so I put it back and I brought the pepperoni.
I like this.
Yeah, dude,
That's like some.
keep it going. That
No,
song,
no, no,
that
I
song,
can't.
that song's
It's
a banger.
Really, like keep it going.
So
but
I had like 7 playlists, right?
yeah.
I took the cream of the crop songs from across the board and compiled them into this. You know what's else? You know what else is on here? Beastie
What?
Boys is
Sure,
on there
sure,
down
sure.
the list. Some Jurassic 5.
This is some cool. Adventure Club.
Absolutely. Imagine ripping down the highway at
Yeah.
100 miles an hour on a motorcycle
This is so.
and listen to this.
Yeah, I like this one.
We ride.
Yeah, that's.
We
a good
ride.
one. Yeah, we riding. We riding. We riding.
We ride. Anyway.
With the wind in your hair.
It just fucking makes you, and it does the music you listen to does affect how your right hand is on the throttle. There is
Sure,
a
sure.
direct correlation,
Direct,
and there's
yeah.
no denying that.
Sure,
Anybody
sure.
that rides,
So when you're listening to.
when that banger hits, you just listen
yeah.
ripping a wheelie, listening to "Name of the Game" by the Crystal Method. Like that's Nirvana for me.
I think I'd rip it to like Fleetwood Mac or something.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, whatever you're into. That's the whole.
Dun,
that's
dun,
the beauty
dun,
of
dun,
music. It's your
dun,
choice.
Dun 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 dun. I'd be bouncing.
You know what I could
Hear
do?
me calling?
Okay, so
Out your
when you talk
name.
about riding styles,
Yeah.
the Harley guys are listening to like Boston.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
More than a feeling. That's what they're riding to. Going down the highway into the sunset,
That's kinda
Boston.
lame.
It's lame, but I'm just saying, like the sport bike riders, we're listening to like Yeah. you know.
Sure.
So, yeah.
I gotcha.
So do you? I had a couple slow days at work, so I did about. I'd say we're up to maybe close to half an hour worth of prep for the show for the week, and I don't know if that's as much time as I'm going to keep putting into it, or if I'm going to actually throttle that back.
You know, I liked Bob's news, and I've been thinking about this. Minimal prep is fine.
It's great.
Don't put any more
No.
than
I'm not
is
going to work
whatever
harder.
quote unquote required.
Right.
Working harder is not the goal. That said,
You know, there's some people
I
that say
want you-
work smarter.
That said,
I'm not good at working smart.
that said, I want you to like say when you're coming over, like say like I'll be here at this time.
I'm usually here at the same time.
Right, but like be like, hey, I'm gonna come over, and I'll be like, okay. And then when you come, we gotta like just come here right away. We gotta do like bang bang boom, come to the basement, record.
Yeah, we don't want to talk
Right.
at all before.
Right.
So
Like,
it
we
is
wanna
like a
minimize-
genuine, straight up conversation that we are actually
the
happening.
fact that I thought a lot about this, and that's why I kind of not forced, but like we didn't eat the burrito before, right? We didn't like have.
Did we eat
dinner
the burritos before?
last week?
We ate them before.
Yeah.
And I was full and tired.
We had eaten. So the hungry lion is the handsome.
The
lion.
hungry lion is the excited lion.
Is the handsome lion.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. You want to be when you see the lion on the savannah, you know? Sometimes there's the big fat lion that has just eaten, and that's good. You know, the lion has just eaten, he's a big fat lion. But he's laying there and his legs are out, and he's just big and fat lion, and he's just so good. And you look at the lion, you're like, that's a lazy lion. And he sleeps for the next month. Because that's the lion. The lion sleeps for the next month, and all the women lions run around, blah, 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 blah. And the fat lion sits there. But the hungry lion, that's the one you see that's always licking his lips and looks all lean.
For all the YouTubers out there,
handsome
that
lion.
was fat 360p grade TV for you
Yeah.
on Kevin's reaction to what that was.
But anyway, so I think, so the way we should do it is you arrive, and then we do the things we do.
Yeah, we just do it.
But we do it, in silence, and we turn it on, and then we're good to go. And then once we're done with the 90 minutes, then we'll digress.
Then we can
and, and I can show you some stuff on. I want to show you the fight. The Till
For those of
versus
you that don't
Whitaker
know,
fight.
Kevin and I can probably legit talk for like 2 days straight.
Yeah, probably like 2 days. But like, what's funny is when you put mics.
I think we could.
when we don't have a chance to not talk though.
I got to work on listening.
You?
Yeah, it's a big thing with me.
Oh, you're pretty. Yeah.
I'm pretty good, but it's because I have to do it consciously.
Sure.
Because I'm the Bauer.
Okay. That's the.
We're not
mom's
gonna
side
we're
of the family.
yeah that's all I'm gonna say on
Sure,
that.
sure.
But it's in my blood to talk a lot.
Right.
Let's just put it that way.
You're thinking one move ahead, unfortunately.
Yeah. The song
That happens sometimes.
Right. So anyway,
You think one move ahead, you did it just that.
I liked
You
it.
paid attention to the. Yeah, that's excellent.
I like that. Just keep the
I'm
keep,
no,
keep
because we
bangers
can't
ripping.
really, we kind of just go up and down, kind of doing the tour of the super bangers. This is a super banger.
Oh, dude, the
Yeah.
cream of the crop, Kevin.
Yeah. This is by not the band that I think it is. The Killers, but it's not the Killers. Oh, it's a remix.
I only rock the best shit. I comb like my new release radar. I comb that thing, and only the best of the best new releases that get vetted make it onto the super bangers. They need to be like, as soon as I start listening to the song, I'm like, oh yeah.
Dude, I hope we need
Song
to get
rips.
this playlist going. We got to get the followers up on the playlist.
I didn't even know that was a thing, so it's cool to know.
Well,
And,
we're on Spotify.
Follow on Spotify.
Yeah.
It's just Super Bangers by
So I got to be honest. I
me.
listen to most of my podcasts on iTunes because for some
it's
reason
good that we're on
just-
iTunes.
Yeah.
So
it
if
is.
you are listening on iTunes,
then
not a
you're
problem.
great. But Spotify, I think they're going to get their shit together by the time Joe is on, because then they're going to have video, and then I think I can integrate the video into Spotify.
Speaking of
That's
video,
the whole reason we're
we know
doing
it's still
this.
going.
Yeah, see the red dot.
It's blinking.
Yeah. At worst, we're just going to get a bunch of frames that I have to cut up. So
Okay.
for all of you that are faithful YouTube watchers, originally, I was able to record a full hour of, the first episode, it only recorded 23 minutes because there was a lot of data on there. So that was the problem there. And then I deleted everything. And the
Yeah, you
second
cleaned it
episode-
up.
Right. I was able to record, at least I did this with like, when I was practicing with this shit, I was able to record like a whole hour and a half uninterrupted. and it was perfect. Recently, for some fucking reason, every podcast since like second or third, it clips it up into like 32-minute or 28-minute clips. So it like goes for 28 minutes and then it'll lose like 6 seconds, and then all of a sudden
It will
it's back.
jump and then
No, just turns off, turns back on somehow. As if
Okay.
it's like, oh, the first 32 minutes is clicked. Now we're gonna restart, and there's like 6 seconds in between that gets lost. So there's Ghost that's pushing on and off every 28 seconds or 28 minutes, or it just is something weird with the camera where like, oh, it's been 28 minutes. Are you sure you're still watching? And then it just keeps going or some shit. I don't know. So maybe not. Maybe it'll just stop. I hope, because I brought it up to the ether, maybe it'll just record for a full 90 minutes, and my job will be so easy after this
Oh yeah.
that we will get
You don't have to do anything.
we will get the podcast and the video up on Sunday night.
Unbelievable.
Wow. Because usually, I mean, so last week I had the video up way late because it was a nightmare,
Ooh.
and I got some hate for that from some of our.
Good thing we have free file
Followers.
conversion. Shout out to freefileconvert.com
And fuck Zamzar,
and fuck Zamzar.
our villain, the villain. Is that Red Bull?
It is. Do you want some?
Give me a little hit of that.
Yeah, dude.
We
It's
are
good
not.
stuff.
We are not supported by this drink.
Oh, we are not. We don't take any money from Red Bull. Everybody knows that. But it's great because
Oh, it's
you
good.
get super caffeinated at about 9 o'clock in the evening. You just get jacked up. And I rode here, so I got to ride home. So I don't mind being extra awake.
And speaking of that, like, feel free to come over earlier.
Yeah,
You can, like-
I'm usually out
You
iding.
don't have
and
to.
I wasn't
no,
today.
no,
Today
it's
I was
perfect.
fixing
It's
my shit.
perfect.
But normally,
Everything's perfect.
so
I
I
just mean, like, when we should have a mindset of when you get here, we'll like go into it, and then we'll be done, and then we can do everything else.
Okay, so
have a
next
pizza
time
or
I come
whatever.
over, I'll hang out outside for like 3 minutes and do my thing, take all my gear off and
Well,
stuff.
I can come out,
and
hang-
then
no,
you
no,
can
no. I
come-
like to hang. I like
two
what we did
words will be
today.
exchanged.
I like what we did today.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got interrupted today.
Yeah. And then you had to take a poll on the phone before
That's
we kicked this show
true.
off.
Yeah, I did take a poll for the.
They called and Kevin was the nice guy that didn't hang up on her.
She was like, "I'll make this super quick," and I was like, "Okay, you've intrigued me."
Super quick,
Be super
20-minute phone call.
15 minutes. I was like, "Wow."
20-minute phone call.
And you know, they were asking pointed questions, so I didn't hang up on her just outright. But I did do other things. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
While she was talking to me. But yeah, we were interrupted in the front yard for a while because our neighbor was asking me to measure some stuff, which I was not going to do. But I was humoring him.
He's cool.
He's cool. Your bike looks different, but I thought, is that flap not new that I was
The
pointing
front that's the radiator,
That's
and
the
that's always
radiator.
been there.
out? Really?
Yes. It's a required part for the bike to run
Did you
correctly.
take anything off the front of your bike? No. Maybe I've
It's
only
still
seen
a
it, like,
hyper
at
naked.
nighttime.
It doesn't have much on it to begin with. It's basically a motor strap to a frame, 2 wheels.
Sure. You know what I could do? I could like take this off and go pet her. Maybe.
No, just leave her.
I know she's got to get used to.
She's
not
got to get
having
used to us.
attention.
When we're doing 90, when we're killing
I know,
90,
I know. She needs to get used to
she's-
not having the attention.
she
It's
can
good
come up
practice.
here and I'll give her some
Yeah,
pets.
yeah,
but-
I agree. It's me. I have a weak mind
Yeah.
with the goose.
So we've got wins and fails. We got
A
Pip in the
weak hunt.
podcast. We got Bob's news. I got the Bob Zone coming up. I can dump into that anytime you
Oh
want.
shit, I love it. Well, you know, I mean, don't rush into it.
I don't need to.
You know, I wish I've been that bike over there. It's a sick bike. I
Which
just need to
one?
take it out more often.
Yeah, dude.
So
you
I
live
was
in
just-
Minneapolis. Did
I
you know
know.
you
I
can
was
ride
just-
under the Twin Stadium?
Yeah, I do it. Me and Rick used to do it.
That
all
is
the time.
cool as fuck. I did not know that.
Yeah, me and
There's a
Rick,
bike. Is
I
it
used to
like a
go from-
tunnel?
I used to go from Uptown.
Is it a tunnel?
Yeah, it's where the
Like,
trains
is it
go.
dark?
No,
They got lights in it, like a car tunnel,
it's
like the Lowry Hill Tunnel for
It's
cars.
open.
That's
it's
for
it's
bikes.
an open tunnel. Like you can. There's like nature on the left. Like it's not enclosed. Like it's easy.
Oh, it zags around the stadium.
No, you go under the stadium. But there's like a bridge way up, so there's a lot of clearance. Like it's a big tunnel. Let's put
Okay.
it that way.
Okay.
It's a big. There's trains. There's a train depot.
Right.
So there's big. It's sketchy if you and some guy with like a ulterior motive were in that tunnel, you'd have to get around him. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's not that big.
But if you're on a bike and you're going like 16 miles, and this guy's trying to whatever, you'd have a pretty good chance of just whoop going right by him and getting a little kick. Get out of the way.
Fuck
man.
that guy.
Right, and you'd probably be okay. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's not. I wouldn't worry about it. But
It's
yeah,
not
me
a
and Rick
pain.
would always take uptown. We'd go to MBP, the climbing place up by Prize. Always go into the tunnel.
MBB.
MBP, the bouldering project. Where I climb.
Oh, that's not Midwest Mountaineering. I always think of the same thing.
No,
That's a store.
that's a store. That said, yeah, the tunnel's cool. But yeah, I gotta. So to that point, I gotta get the bike out. I gotta bike around,
Yeah.
man.
Put some miles on it.
Well, I was just like today.
Do you have an odometer on the bike?
No.
That'd be cool if you did.
How many miles I do on the bike?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the phone does that. I mean, it's tracking your every move. You could just look on the phone and see how many miles you did.
I've always wondered that. Like the really hardcore bikers, how many miles do they have on their bikes?
Do you look?
No, but there's no way to tell because bikes
Oh,
don't
it's
have
all
odometers,
digital.
Kev. Duh, but
Yeah, they do.
odometers?
Isn't that what counts the miles?
Yeah.
Bikes don't.
They
have
don't
one.
really have that.
You have one. It's digital.
No, on my bicycle.
Oh, on your like
On your, like,
rubber
pedal bike.
I understand. Yeah.
It'd be cool.
Well, that's why people wear the wrist. That's why
I'm not
they have
talking
that-
about motorcycle. I'm
I
talking
know, I
about
know.
pedal biking.
But that's why they bring the phones with them and shit.
That would be
That's why
cool
they do
little, like,
that, though.
that bike, like I've had it for like 10 years and I like bike a lot.
Yeah.
You know, how many miles on that thing?
Come my lady.
Couple
come
tires.
my
Like how many
lady.
tires you been through on that bike?
Yeah.
Ripping tires, shredding cranks.
Yeah.
Hardcore bicyclists.
Again, I think they had like the Fitbits that do that.
That'd be cool.
Though an odometer would be sick, like if it was on the bike and like the bike had an odometer, like the life of the bike.
Yeah.
Maybe some expensive.
Have a little
bikes.
tachometer that tells you how fast you're pedaling. You can make the gauge go higher by pedaling faster.
No, there was
That would be actually something that would
God,
be fun.
who's my neighbor? His dad used to have a bike, and when you pedaled, you could see how fast you were going. And we
Oh, it
used
had a
to love
speedo on it?
Yeah, we used to love,
Ooh.
and we'd only get it up to
Advanced.
15
miles
going
an hour.
down a hill. But it was cool,
With a tailwind.
something like that. But it was cool. So I realized today, I mean, like, how many beers do I order that just taste like shit? But I've just decided that that's
That
a
since you
beer.
ordered it at a restaurant, you do not have the option to send it back.
It doesn't.
Tell
like,
me more, Kev, because I do that all the time. I'm like, this beer blows ass. Give me
Well,
something different.
So let me open up by saying I don't think anybody's had a beer for the first time and enjoyed it. Would you agree or disagree?
I would agree.
So with that in mind, you have to
Brilliant.
acquire that taste for the beer. For it to become, as when I drink beer, it's delicious to me because I've been sadistic enough to enjoy the taste of this beverage. Can we go that far?
Don't get me wrong. I love good beer.
Correct.
Beer's amazing.
But with the premise in mind, because I've been sadistic enough to enjoy this taste, now now we're in that space,
Yeah.
right? After the premise that beer does not taste good.
That would be false.
Well, what was the first thing I said? Your first beer you ever had
It wasn't good.
wasn't good.
No.
So you've acquired that taste. Now let's say you don't like onions for the first time. Okay.
I hate
that's not-
mushrooms.
Okay,
It's the
good call.
texture,
Good
not the
call.
flavor, though.
All right. See, that's we're
I
getting.
mean,
a
now
little
we're
different.
digging
See,
deep.
yeah. See, that's a little more psychosomatic in a
Okay.
way. You know,
All right.
we're talking like a beverage. I mean, that's even I guess it's like Coca-Cola's kind of got a
You're
carbonation.
trying to say that
beer
like
has
food and
carbonation.
beverage, they're just on different planes, but they're the
So
same
like
thing.
Coca-Cola tastes good in my opinion. I think the first time you have a Coke, you probably enjoy it. Maybe not. Maybe if you went
Oh,
to
Coke's
like
delicious.
I know, but maybe if you went to a culture that like didn't have sugary drinks and you gave them a sugary drink, they'd be like, not my style.
Vanilla Coke is the
Maybe.
best soda with a hamburger ever.
Right. So okay, compare a vanilla Coke, which is very palatable, right, to like a beer, which is not palatable, with like a burger to a kid.
Sure.
right?
Right.
Like if your first beer you had when you were, I don't know, let's say it's like 18 or whatever, didn't taste good.
I think I had my first beer when I was like 17.
Whatever, but like it didn't taste good, right? So like fast forward, when I order for example, like a hazy juicy New England IPA, 5.7% alcohol.
8% alcohol, 163 IBUs.
Right.
So bitter, it's going to blow your brains out.
Well, when I drink it, I'm just like, this is a good beer, right? It's got some notes of like citrus or like hazy or juicy or whatever the fuck I was trying to order when I ordered it.
Yeah,
like-
but you don't want that beer.
Well, no, the beer's fine. But I was like, does the beer taste good? Because beer's, from what I understand from the people that I talk to, is fairly, I'm not trying to belittle anybody or anything, but it's fairly easy to make if you have the right equipment. And if you're making beer, you're doing it, if you're making like, if we're talking people that make beer that you buy in a liquor store, you're making like big batches. You know what I mean? And if you're making
Matt, these are big ass breweries.
especially if you're making craft beer in these that you
But
can buy in
craft
a liquor
breweries
store.
have exploded. Half the liquor stores craft beer
Because
now.
I'm not saying easy, I'm just saying making beer, a recipe, is generally easy. And then turning it into whatever you want to make is whatever you do.
Making beer is the bottom 10%. The next 90% is how good you can get it.
Right. So my point is, you make beer and then
You know,
you
you ever-
order beer, and then when you're drinking the beer, it's good beer, but is beer good anyway?
It's like that guy, Kevin, who started a brewery because he started brewing in his garage, and he started the brewery because all of his drinking buddies told him that his beer was good because they were all just getting schnockered off it in the garage.
Right.
Okay, so then the guy goes out and starts a brewery, and it's a bad brewery
Because the beer sucks.
because it's the same shit they were getting drunk off in the garage, and it wasn't good to begin with. But
And
if it's
okay,
free
here, check it out though.
and your neighbors know about
Check it out though.
and you like to party,
Check it out though. I think it's all marketing, because like that same bad beer, if I like took it and then brought it to a restaurant that like one of these brewery restaurants. Do you know the ones I'm talking about?
I do.
They are family owned or maybe not, or they're chains. There are a lot of chains. And there are vats in the
Shout out to
restaurant.
Granite City. Love that place.
Right. Insert rock bottom here. And
Right.
the vats are in the restaurant. It's kind of a cool vibe, so to speak. People are like, ew, I can see the beer being made that I'm ordering, right?
Right.
So you strap on the...
Which is really nothing to see anyway. It's just
Right.
big vats.
Because it's easy. So you get bad beer guy over here that makes it in his garage. You put it in Rock Bottom's asshole. You serve it at Granite City table. And the guy's like, oh, Granite City beer, this is a pretty good beer because they make it here, But take that same beer, put it in a liquor store. Somebody's like, I'm not going to buy this fucking beer. It's fucking Granite City beer. Why would I buy this beer in a liquor store?
That's
right?
so true.
So
I
it's
would
like-
not buy Granite City beer in the liquor
It's an
store.
aura. And this is a Walter Benjamin thing. I don't want to go into this. Maybe I'll do a whole nother podcast about Walter Benjamin.
It's
and what he
good, but
means
it's not
as a
amazing.
philosopher. But
Granite City beer.
It's part of the shtick.
It's beer, dude.
It's part of the
Yeah,
shtick.
it's a shtick.
So with marketing, the way the can looks, whatever you're sold, blah, blah, blah. My whole point is maybe beer's just bad, but like because it's, it's what's the shit notes you want to drink? You know what I mean? Because you're not drinking beer because it's good. You're drinking beer because you fucking want to drink.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Get a buzz on.
so what kind of shit note do you like? Do you like the urine?
Pick
shit
your
note?
poison,
Right.
motherfucker.
And so wine, I think, is very similar, where it's like, oh, this is oaky.
Chardonnay. Yes, it's just on a more elegant level.
Yeah, but it's
the
like
same way.
it's like when you taste wine, it's very bitter.
They won't. The beer commercial won't come out and say, "Oh, this shit'll get you fucked up." Wine companies would never do
You
that.
can't say, "Hey, drink a box of this and you'll be feeling great." You know what I mean? By the way, you'll have a sugar rush and you'll head hurt and you'll shit purple tomorrow, but that evening you'll feel fucking awesome.
You'll be a rock star for 8 hours.
And we all know wine drunk is like the best, But it's like it's okay. So do you want to have like? Do you want to get like sweet drunk, or do you want to get like oaky drunk, or do you want your throat to burn when it's going down? Do you want to get super fucked faster, or do you want to like pass out and then in the middle of the night your heart's like almost
Chardonnay.
shutting down? 'cause
Everybody
you're getting
loves to
drunk
get fucking
while you're
Getting hammered on Chardonnay is a good time.
Yeah, Chardonnay's good, man. I like wine. I do. It's just like it sneaks up on you after the second glass. It's like we're there, and then you go 4 or 5 glasses, and you're like, "How far am I?" And it's like, man, you walked through this desert a long way, and you're like, "What?" And you're like, "Yeah, dude, you've been out here a long time." And you're like, "Can I go back?" And you're like, "You should probably just camp right here, dude." It's I'm sorry. And you're like, "Okay." You wake up tomorrow and you're shitting purple, and you're like, "God damn!" Pull out your toilet paper looks like the Mona Lisa. You're like, "Fuck, man! I didn't know it was Da Vinci." You know.
Oh,
So anyway,
that's
my thing.
that's some quality material.
Well, it's just you order a beer at a restaurant. It's like the hazy double squeeze.
Yeah.
Now some shit beer you drink and you're like, "This is really good," because it's like mixed with lemonade or something, and you're
Dog
like,
bite.
"Wow, you mixed this with like something that's
Dog
not
bite is
shit."
not good, and I'm not endorsed by Dog Bite.
Well, think about like a refreshing beverage that's in beer form.
Steel Reserve.
It's always
I used to be a Steel Reserve
yeah,
professional.
yeah. You're a malt liquor.
That's gross. I
They
can't
would
believe I ever had that.
scrape
I can't.
off the foam and put it, and that was what it was,
What?
right? Wasn't it steel, the foam?
Steel Reserve. It's just terrible. It smells awful.
Wasn't it the foam from the beer? And they would scrape off the foam and distill that, and that was what and it would drip. And
I don't know how the process of making
That's what
Steel
you
Reserve
said.
is. I don't remember
You
that.
told me that it was.
I probably researched it at the time and
This
figured
was
it out.
This is what from what
All I know is it's like 12%, and you can get fucked up off too.
from what I understood, it was like the foam that they scraped off of beer and collected, and it was like that. And then because it was all the air, it was very high content.
Trash.
Trash.
Oh man.
Almost like a byproduct. See, look at her. She just sleeps now.
We just can it and sell it and make extra money. Only the idiots buy it.
You make it super cheap.
Yeah.
You're like, hey,
it's like
this
$2.
you put the percentage.
You can
on
get
it.
drunk for less than $5. Let's be honest.
Well, that was
Like,
my whole
it's-
thing.
It's
When
cheap
I was a
as fuck.
server, people would always be like, "Hey, what's the best beer here?" And I'd be like, "Well, that would be that one." They'd be like, "Why do you say that?" They'd be like, "Well, it has the highest alcohol percentage."
It
and
also
they'd be like-
tastes like it too.
Well, they'd be like, "Ha ha ha!" I'd be like, "Well, that's what I think the best beer is." Because
I always rate my beer by
Unless it
alcohol
was-
percentage.
unless it was a
The
stout.
higher the number,
I
the
would
better
never.
the beer is.
If it was like a stout that was high, I would never.
That
do
just
that.
proves that
I'd
the
always
taste
say,
of
like,
beer
let's
could
do
be
that one.
debated. Because we also shop based on alcohol content. People are like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's like 7.5. Like
Right.
these are going to be spicy."
Hey, these.
You know,
these, they'll
like that's,
taste-
I'm willing to
Yeah.
pay up
Yeah.
for the higher content because actually it's
Yeah.
a better deal.
Yeah.
Like as far as like getting my buzz on.
Yeah. It has a.
And that's strange. Like
yeah.
we do that in our heads. At least I do, or I
Sure.
did.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I do the math on what's like a better deal for the buzz.
It
It's
has
terrible.
it has a hint of.
It's fucking terrible.
It has a hint of sweaty taint.
but it's
But
the
it
truth.
Gets, yeah, it's the
The
truth.
shit you think about, man.
Light you up. You know? And now there's like the 0 calorie thing, and it's like, this tastes like a popsicle.
Booze water. Booze water is the market.
Which I think is genius, because it's like, this tastes like
I
a popsicle.
came up with that years ago,
I know,
and I
but,
didn't do anything
But
about it.
when you drink it, there's got to be.
There's a
gotta be
brand, Kevin, where
it's
they
gotta be
just
like
come out and
aspartame.
straight say it now.
What, booze water?
No, it's called vodka water.
Good.
I was always like, why doesn't just someone just come out and say it? We're mixing sparkling water with flavors in it with vodka, and we're serving it to you in a can.
Well, come up with get a summer cooler.
100
going.
calories.
Get Sully's summer cooler going. Dude, maybe that's
I
what we
forgot
could do.
the recipe for that.
I
What
know,
was
I
it?
know what it is.
What is it?
I'm not going to release it on the podcast.
Oh yeah,
'Cause
that's top secret.
Maybe that's what we can make. Sullivan's summer cooler. We could go to him. We could say, hey,
If I was actually gonna have another
yo,
drink,
yo,
that would probably be
shout
the
out
drink.
because this is for real. We'd actually go and we'd be like, yo, we're donating 50% to cancer research, and the other 50% we'll just figure it out. And Sullivan's summer cooler. That's the only beverage we make. We just need one vat from one company.
Can make a lot of money selling those fuckers on a hot day.
And I know the recipe. I might be the only one left. Except for Jake. Jake knows the recipe.
Yeah, of
Jake
course
can-
Jake knows the recipe.
Yeah, Jake and I'll give Jake.
Shout out to Jake at
Yeah.
the Legion.
Jake's my boy, and I'll toss him a golf round. I'll get him fucked up if he just gives me the thumbs up on his if he says that's a good idea. Then yeah, we can seal the deal. But yeah, if you have a vat lying around, let us know. Well, we have a great recipe to get some booze water out to the masses, and it'll be the best booze water that you'll ever have. What do we got?
I don't know. I can't read it.
I gotcha.
I'll be honest.
Got like 25 more.
Okay, that means it's time for the Bob Zone.
Nice.
Do.
Coming to you live from the basement. Live.
All right.
No, it's not live. It is the Bob
It is
Zone.
pre-recorded and edited somewhat.
Minor.
360p.
Possibly not edited at all.
Here we go. Big movie releases that we didn't get delayed due to COVID-19.
What are those?
Big movie releases that we just didn't fucking get.
Well, I wanted to see, and I still want to see the. It was the Dangerous Game remake, that was apparently too, touchy to release, or whatever.
Okay.
And if you don't know the Dangerous Game plot, basically a bunch of rich people hunt a gentleman, because he's picked to be. If you've ever seen The Pest, which is a 90s movie starring, I believe, Chris Kattan. No, not, pardon me. My boy, he's in Romeo and Juliet, plays Mercutio, doesn't matter. But he's the pest, and they hunt him. And so the movie didn't come out. It was called The Hunt, maybe?
I don't know. It's not on my
But
list.
I really wanted to see it, and it you could rent it, but it was like, I think, $20 to rent. And it's one of those things where if I'm gonna spend that money, I'd rather, even though 99% chance I'm gonna probably have a better experience than going to the theater, probably because I can get my own shit, I can pause the movie, I have it for 48 hours, whatever. The fact that I have to spend that kind of money, make it $10 or less, and I will definitely do that rather than travel to the movie theater. But if I'm traveling to the movie theater,
You want to see a movie.
I'm spending the $20.
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
want
get
to
the
see a
popcorn.
movie. You
I'm
want
gonna
the fucking sound.
I'm
You want
gonna-
the big show.
Yeah. See, what people don't understand in showbiz or whatever, it's like when you do go to the movie, it's like you have to pick one movie. We can't see them all.
They have
because it's too
kick-ass
expensive.
electric reclining chairs now.
Yeah, so we can't
It's a
see
good
all the
time.
movies. It's like, there's a bunch of movies coming out. Which one should I see? Because you're going to go see, and then the rest of them you'll catch on the whatever. You'll catch them when they come out. So you pick one experience because it's so expensive,
Right.
But then if you're going to, in COVID times, going to put them on the, put the fucking dollar in the jar. In these times, if you're going to fucking put a movie on
I owe
demand,
him $1 already too.
it's fine.
You know what
you
I'm
have to-
calling it now?
Mm.
We're just gonna do big ticket movies that were delayed by the Bud Light virus.
Oh, the Bud Light virus. I like that. Well, what's one of the
That way we won't see the dreaded C word.
what's
we
one
won't
of
say
the
it.
what's one of the movies? What's one of the
Wonder Woman 1984 remake.
Oh, what?
No, it's not a remake. It's just
The new
I haven't
Wonder
seen
Woman?
it.
I haven't seen Wonder
It's
Woman
a
either.
big ticket movie.
But was there
Kev.
another Wonder Woman that came out yet? I think it was called.
So out of this list, Kev, which
haven't
one is
seen
your?
Wonder
I want to know which one you
Oh,
are the most
okay.
excited for.
So you have to give me this intro. It seemed like you did some good prep here.
I did do some good prep,
All right,
and
give me-
I was you
Lead it
branched
in.
off into a fucking story about some movie I don't care about.
The Hunt.
The Hunt.
The Hunt. This is a great movie.
Okay, so these are
Prep
big
me.
ticket
All right.
movies delayed by the Bud Light virus.
I like it.
What are you most hyped up about?
Okay.
Which one on my list?
Okay.
Wonder Woman 1984, right off the gate.
Okay.
James Bond, No Time to Die.
Ooh.
Big league movie right there. That's huge. We're talking about the last one
Sure.
for Daniel
Craig.
Craig.
Knives Out was good. Really good.
Knives Out was amazing.
Yeah.
Marvel's Black Widow.
I love Scarlett Johansson. Love her.
That's a big ticket movie. That's a huge budget. Christopher Nolan's new movie. It's a time twisting thriller. Tenet.
See, that might be cool.
Could be lame.
Could be.
I already think it's lame. I'm not into that. And then, of course, the all-time classic. Disney's doing a Milan reboot.
Dude, I'm ready for Mulan reboot. I really want to
I think
see
it
that.
could be really good.
Yeah, I'm going to watch Mulan. I'm going to pick Mulan reboot out of all those. Now, on the second...
It's Disney's budget, Kev. You know they're going all in.
Yeah, and Mulan could be... It's going to be.
Is it about jujitsu?
See, you have to-
Jujitsu? What's it
No.
about?
Mulan?
Yeah, I haven't seen it in like fucking years.
So she's Chinese.
yeah, but
and
did
she's
she
a
do
girl.
the swing the sword?
She's a girl, and there's no male in the family. So
She becomes like a samurai.
the dad, that's Japanese. The dad has
We're
to,
in the Bob zone.
right. The dad has to go fight the war because there's no son in the family. But the dad's old, man. Dad's gonna go die if he goes fights the war.
Right.
But they're like, you got send somebody, So she's like, she reports, and steals the armor and shit from her dad. So the dad's like,
She looks
"Fuck."
like a dude.
But then the dad can't go out and say like, come home, because then they're gonna kill her, because she's impersonating an officer or impersonating. You can't do that.
No.
So anyway, she is strong enough to make her way through and becomes a hero.
I good answer. I'm kind of pumped for it too now.
Yeah.
I should look up the budget.
You don't find a girl like that every dynasty. That's what the emperor says at the end.
All right. Again,
Except
at
he
least
says it
10
like,
years for me.
he says every dynasty, and I always thought it was like dynasty, and I'm like, oh, dynasty, because he's like dynasty,
Right.
which is a pretty big compliment. 'Cause dynasties are long.
It's
long time.
huge. So,
So Mulan, definitely top of the list, and then second, let me go. See, I didn't see the first Wonder Woman, so I'm not really worried about it. But the 1984 intrigues me. James Bond, let's just put it at number 2.
James
because
Bond for sure.
It's got to be sick, and they've been delaying it for so long. He's kind of tired of it though, so I don't know how
Daniel Craig's done with it,
much he
huh?
hates being James Bond.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, I think the knives. So he's a very versatile person. Most actors are, and then they get these tough guy kind of personas, and it's hard for them because they're not tough guys themselves. So people see them kind of very hyper masculine, and they're like, they want to sing and dance, because they're actors. So it's
So
tough.
Daniel Craig's sick of being James Bond.
Daniel Craig did Knives Out, and Knives Out was amazing. And look
Isn't
at
that
his
like the
character
same
in
sort
Knives
of
Out.
it's the same sort of deal.
No, he's much more of like a
He's a detective.
Yeah, it's much more out of the realm of
Of
something so serious.
spy, of the MI6 spy with guns and
hyper
and
masculine
explosions.
Correct. Very Kiefer Sutherland 24.
I still think the best Daniel Craig Bond he did to date.
Casino Royale.
Oh yeah, has to be.
Yeah, it was great.
Has to be.
It is absolutely. The other one sucked.
Quantum
In
of Solace
retrospect.
was good.
I mean, they're all like whatever. They really are. They're whatever. But like, if you're gonna watch, if I was like, oh, let's watch a James Bond movie, of all the movies, you'd be like,
Casino
oh,
Royale,
you'd be like, okay, we could watch Doctor No, we could watch Goldeneye,
Octopussy.
You'd watch, yeah,
I'm a huge
Octopussy,
Bond
maybe
fan, by the way.
Goldfinger, Goldeneye, Tomorrow Never Dies, and then you'd be like Casino Royale. That would be the one on the list. You wouldn't be like Quantum of Solace. You wouldn't be like Spectre. Even though the Spectre one had Christoph Waltz in it,
It was great.
he was a good villain, but they really dropped the ball, on the whole. And then what was the other one? Like the third or fourth one that you had on there? Was it it was like Christopher Nolan's one?
No, Black Widow.
Oh yeah. So I told you I'm a big Marvel. So
Right. That's what I'm digging at right now.
I just finished Infinity
And that's why I
War.
also threw Disney on the list, because I know you have mad respect for Disney.
Yeah, Mulan. So I just finished Infinity War, so now Ant-Man and the Wasp and then Endgame are the only two left that I have. And I'll be done. And then Black Widow's next, so I'll be all caught up by the time Black Widow comes out.
That'll
But
be
this
cool.
this Christopher Nolan movie, Tenet, sounds interesting. Because he
It's a
did
time-twisting
Inception.
thriller.
Did Inception.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh,
He
yeah.
did Inception and he did all three Batmans. The
Yeah. The good ones.
correct. And then
Who plays him?
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale.
Heath Ledger was Joker. Tom Hardy was Bane.
Yeah, that was. I mean, you couldn't have got a more rock star.
My
cast.
Lady was the bad. Was in the first one? It's Liam Neeson as Chi-Fu Min. I don't know what the guy's name is. Sifu, whatever his name is. I feel terrible, but that's that guy. Scarecrow was my boy from Peaky Blinders.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
God, so good. Peaky Blinders is a great
let's
show.
shout out his name. He's my guy.
Tom Hardy's in it.
Yeah. But my guy, God, he's got that funny name.
You gotta know now. Now you have to look it up.
I do, 'cause he's my guy, and and Red Eye and shit. Peaky Blinders, such a great show though.
So good.
Cannot plug it
10
enough.
out of 10.
Cannot plug it
HBO
enough.
with the win again. Is it HBO, right? Or is it Showtime?
Netflix, bro.
Oh, it's Netflix.
Cillian Murphy, and I didn't even have to look that up. I picked it up
Yep.
when I just tried to find it. Cillian Murphy, Scarecrow, and then Rachel, not Rachel McAdams, French girl in the third one too. She was in with Johnny Depp. She was in Public Enemies.
Anyway,
She had a string of movies. She was in Inception too.
so
Christopher Nolan seems to like her. So Tenet, that seems like a cool movie.
yeah. All right, so that's the zone.
I
You
love
know,
it. The Bob Zone.
you nut. You love it. I like it. I think it's cool. Big win. Minnesota mask mandate now. That's been just totally fun.
It's fine. You just have to do it inside.
Just do it inside.
Outside, don't worry about it.
Sucks ass.
Whatever.
Are
Are you guys doing that in Buffalo?
Yeah, we're extremely reluctantly, of course.
Of course you guys are. We've been doing that for a long time. Can you take them off at your desk?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, so you're fine. We've been doing that for a long time. You'll be fine.
Big news for me. I'm going to Power Cruise this weekend.
The fuck is Power Cruise?
I'm going up to the racetrack on Friday.
Which racetrack?
Brainerd International Raceway.
Ooh.
Power Cruise. I'm going with my service rider, Colton. Shout out to Colton. They're telling me to get a crew pass. And I'm going to bring up it's going to be a test and tune weekend for the 60-mile-an-hour Coleman.
Oh, sick. You're bringing the Coleman.
Yeah, have to, man. Pit cruising. That's going to be half the fucking weekend. It's going to be just pit cruising. You know?
I do. So when you tune the Coleman, what kind of racetrack are you taking the Coleman on?
No, this is just a pit vehicle. It's already tuned up.
So
The
are
thing's
you-
already souped up, man.
Are you what are you going to take on the racetrack? The bike
No, we're going to cruise in Colton's truck.
on the racetrack?
Yeah.
He's
It's a
got
cruise event.
He's got a
It's
truck.
got an F-150 Limited, 3.5 EcoBoost.
Explain to me what you're doing up there or over there,
It's a cruise event.
which means
You go up there, Kevin. You camp. You ride your pit vehicles around. They do a burnout contest. They do drift racing. They do autocross probably.
so it's
And
like
they
a
do,
dirt,
and
it's
they
like
do,
a
and it's a
dirt-
cruise event. Then
a
all day,
dirt
Friday,
track.
Saturday, Sunday,
It's
they
a
have
dirt track.
no.
Oh.
It's all concrete kingdom,
Oh,
and it's a fucking racer's playground. It's the bomb. So
Sounds
we go,
cool.
but it's a cruise event, so you can put as many people in your car as you want and go cruising the track. 20-minute sessions.
when is this?
This weekend?
What days?
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I got a crew pass. It was like $125.
Cool.
So I'm gonna go pit cruise the Coleman, and we're gonna ride around the track in sessions in his truck.
Are you gonna have an update for us next week?
I will.
Nice.
The truck is like 600 horsepower,
Oh shit.
so it's a legit truck. He's got big turbos on it. It's as fast as a 3.5 EcoBoost will get without going to E85.
So what does cruise mean though?
Cruise around the track and then race each other in the fucking straights.
Cool.
And I do like roll racing and
So
shit.
you're gonna sit.
So you
there
set up
while
roll
he's
racing,
so you're
like
gonna
three
sit there-
honk, three
You're gonna
honks.
sit there while he's racing. You're gonna be in the car.
Yeah.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah, it's going to be fucking awesome. We should be able to take down some GT Mustangs or something. It'll be fun.
Cool.
We're not going to beat any Hellcats or anything, but we're definitely going to go out there and just embarrass some fucking slow cars with a fucking full-size F-150 with a Bang & Olufsen stereo.
Sounds fun.
so
Sounds fun.
I
What are you camping with?
just got my tent. I got a 3-piece tent,
Cool.
Marmot. It's awesome.
Okay,
It'll take me an hour to set it up, but you know.
What temp is your sleeping bag rated at?
Oh, I have a summer bag.
I have a 50.
It's good down to
got
like
a 50
40
degree.
or
Do I have
50.
50 or 40?
I don't know, something like that. It's just
I
a
have
summer
one,
bag though.
Yeah, I have a summer bag too. I like summer bags better for the.
And
you,
an air mattress,
you
dude.
Really
This is like
only
hardly
camp
camping.
in the summer, right? Like you really only camp in the summer.
Right,
It's
and it's
really
going to be
weird
like
for you-
75 at night. It's going to be
Yeah, you really
fucking-
don't need sleeping bags that are like rated to 30
No.
or even 40.
You're
You
going
really don't need
to,
that.
it's summer. It's basically just a sack. There is like no insulation.
Yeah, rated to 50. Wear a little like
Yeah.
pajamas if you need to.
Yeah, long underwear, you're good.
Uh huh.
But you won't need that. This is summer camping. We're going to be hot if anything.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's what's going on this weekend. It's going to be fucking fantastic.
Nice.
Totally stoked. I can't wait. Oh, this is funny. I bought the ticket before I asked for the time off.
Oh.
because I got just antsy that they were going to sell out of crew passes because of
well, I mean,
the Bud Light virus.
you got to do it though.
You know, they've had to limit the number of people that attend the event,
Right.
so it could sell out pretty quickly.
Did you have to like wrestle to get the time?
No. Ticket was easy to get because I'm fast and good. And
No.
they're not
did
sold
you have
out.
to wrestle
Duh.
to get the time off?
Oh, so I applied for the time off right after I put it on my credit card,
Mm-hmm.
and I go up and about an hour later, Brett calls me into the office, and he goes, well, I might not be able to give you that time off. There's a lot of people off. And I was like, what? I looked at the calendar. There's nobody off. And if they did, it's not legit yet.
What are you trying to tell me, brah?
I'm trying to, I was, of course it's nice. He's a killer boss. So it was a lot of fun. We go to the calendar together. I show him. He's like, oh yeah, of course you can have it off. Nobody fucking off. One guy's off.
Sure.
So I got the time off.
Nice.
Now it's official.
I would like to go camping. I've been saying that for a while. You know, I'm supposed to get some time off here soon.
You're going to go camping when you hunt, right?
Yeah, but that's in like September. I'd like
Cool.
to take a day off or something here soon.
Bike gets souped up this week. Suspension and brakes on Wednesday. Then I'm going to go somewhere else for the weekend and not ride it. I love it.
There you go.
Anyway.
Yeah. So we can wrap it up.
That's that.
We've had a good
wins
episode 7.
and losses on segments, but for the most part, I think we're winning.
We are.
I want to.
We're evolving.
I need a segment from you. Maybe you spend 5 minutes of prep this week and come up with a segment.
I like it. You had some good
Give me
segments this week.
5 minutes of prep and then come up with some segments.
Deal. I'll have a segment for you next
This would be
week.
fucking great.
I'll have a good segment for you.
Especially because it's like the deep dive into what you're thinking about.
You know, I've been trying to think about what I was thinking about this week. Like I was trying to put some stuff down.
Okay.
And it was all over the place, man. And I was just like, you know what?
You're just everywhere.
Well, like there was a couple things where I wanted to take notes and then I couldn't take notes. Like I got some notes here, man.
You should just bust out like a one-liner
Dude, just
joke.
Though the Sully's
Ba-doop-tsh.
summer cooler, that was a good idea.
We should sell those. We would make.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even mind paying royalties to the family.
No, that's what I mean. Like we just donate 50% to cancer research. They can have the rest, as long as we can sit down here and talk for a living.
He was like 60, wasn't he? He was
He's young.
old. Not old, but
Yeah.
older.
Yeah, I could read something, but you know. Do you want to play our little game?
Either that or we got to name the show.
Oh, we could do that. I could go name the show right now. Here.
Why don't you pull it up? I got to take a piss.
Okay. Well, then I got to talk for a little while.
Yes.
So let me see. So yeah, we got some decorations. You know, I got to figure out. I mean, you know, it's all temp stuff, but we'll get another mic here. We'll start introducing a guest here soon. I think that's the next step in our evolution. Is bringing a guest in on the mix. We're gonna kind of have some segments that we just do, and we'll bring a guest in the mix. And all we need for that is a splitter, I believe. And then we can test our extra mic, which should work just fine. I have no qualms there. And then, yeah, I think we'll be in the next phase. That'll be cool. We got a nice list of guests already. You know, folks, really, I think it's just a matter of if they show up. It's going to be hard to get people here because, you know, people want to be on the show, but at the end of the day, it's hard to actually commit to anything these days. And I don't really know what our subject is going to be for our game today, though.
That's what happens when you drink a Red Bull and a 20-ounce bottle of water in 30 minutes and then start the cast.
Well, you need to...
the cast is going on.
So that's part of the thing. So, you know what? We're going to do this. Next time, we're going to kind of be swift. We'll have... What we're going to do... Actually, this is what we're
Pick up the
do.
pace.
This is what we're going to do. You're going to come over midweek, and we're going to do a little prep.
That is way too much.
No. Only because we're just going to write out a list of the segments, and then we know what
We had great flow tonight.
what our responsibilities are. We don't have to. Kelly's gone to Chicago Wednesday, Thursday. The Goose will be gone too. So I need to
Ooh, she's
fill
taking
my
her?
time.
That's
I need to fill
awesome.
my time in the evenings, either Wednesday or Thursday night, doing something.
Yep, Red Bull's gone.
And I'm gonna do jujitsu, of course. But if you want to have dinner or anything, I was thinking we could, because once we get
what
the
are what are
splitter-
your thoughts on this?
Well, once we get the splitter, we can start
Midweek
introducing
prep.
guests. Oh, I just want some segments, and then we have.
Do we need to
something
buy
things
something on the show real quick?
No. What do you want to buy?
We could buy something on the show right fast.
What do you want to buy?
I don't know, a splitter.
Yeah, look it up. 1/4-inch splitter.
Is that what it is? It's
Yeah.
1/4 inch.
Because what we could do is this is the dream.
Is
'Cause
it
the
Mike
next
splitter?
No, it's just a 1/4-inch splitter. It's pretty self-explanatory.
We're going to see how self-explanatory it is.
Because
in a minute.
technically, it's not for microphones. I mean, it's for like a guitar amp.
So we got 1 into
guitar
2s. It's
1/4 inch.
$5.95.
Let me see. But yeah. So the next step is like the guest, but also if we have like,
Does it only
the
need to be
segments
1
already
into 2?
done-
To
Yeah.
add a third mic, we only have to split one of them.
Correct. But then just buy 2 of them, because then you could do 4 theoretically, and that'd be the max. I might as well just get those. I mean, you don't need them actually, 'cause there's only 3 spots. But I guess just get 1. There's no reason
They're
to get 2.
$9.99.
Let me see.
The prices are going up on me, buddy.
Just 1. I just want 1. You don't need 2.
Should we just do 1?
Just 1, 'cause there's no reason for 2 right now. And if it works, then we'll just go to a music store and get the other one.
Good idea.
Except that it'll probably be more expensive.
We're gonna pay $5.90. We're gonna pay $9.99 to find out we could have done this for free.
What do you mean?
I'm just playing on Zamzar.
Oh, fuck Samsung.
Fuck Zamzar.
Well, we need the hardware. This is a different story.
The hardware is fine. Keep an eye on it.
Let me
though.
see. Are you sure you're getting the right thing?
It's loading.
Oh, we're in the basement. You have 116 notifications on your phone.
I have a lot of notifications.
Jesus Christ.
Why
If you
does
guys-
everyone always give me shit about it? Like, I
So
only
the
clear them
top-
like once a day.
The top of Bob's phone is just filled with
Icons for days.
every icon I've ever seen ever. And it's just filled.
It's probably not a good way to like run the phone.
Oh, wait, I envy you.
Oh, here we go.
But I don't do anything. I try to minimize. Let me see how much screen time I've had today, according to this. Let me see. 45 minutes. That seems like a lot to me. Though I feel like other people have way more than that. I'm trying to think what kind of subject we can play the game. We could do like famous artists. I think I'd beat you in that one. Could do football teams. That'd be interesting. We could do.
I'm proceeding to check out.
Oh, did you get the right one? Are you sure?
Yeah, dude. It's just it's a 1/4 inch 1 into 2. It's tiny.
It's make sure they're male, like because these have to plug into it to plug into that. It's not the
It's
reverse.
2 females and 1 male.
Yes,
That's what it is.
correct. All right. Yeah. Okay.
2 females,
1 male.
1 male.
Correct. Our 2 mics go
Place
into it.
order.
Nice.
There we go. That's pimping the podcast
Fuck yeah, we'll have a guest.
right there. It's on the
Someday
way. We'll
soon.
have it by Wednesday.
Nice. So see,
Guaranteed next week.
so we could figure
If
it
you
out.
want to bring someone out here.
Well, we have a list.
Episode 8. We could be bringing guests on episode as soon as episode 12
And
probably.
then we have some minimal segments that we just know exist, and then the guests can react to them, and then we can react to them.
Absolutely.
Because let's say this is my whole thing. Let's say there's 4 segments, then like you have 2, I have 2, and then we're good to go. But you had some good segments. Just do everything you did. I'll bring some more to the table next week. How does that
You
sound?
could do what you want, man. You're the reason this show's good.
Yeah, you did a really
People
good
aren't
job today.
tuning in for me, that's for sure.
That's not true.
I can make jokes though. So anyway,
We got some good
I
decorations.
love it, dude.
though.
I love
Yeah.
the way this place looks now. This is
We're really
we got
getting
ranch
somewhere.
dressing. Shout out to
Shout out
ranch
to
dressing.
We're gonna eat that tonight.
We are with pizza.
You gotta put that ranch in the pizza. There's just some ranch dressing.
There's
good
something
with pizza.
about the taste comment. It's
Yeah.
like It's like
brings
peanut butter and
out
jelly. You
the-
would not
I
know, but
wouldn't
it
know.
would like. It's
It
like.
brings out the notes.
What's your
of
favorite?
the
What's your
za.
favorite flavor combination, Kevin?
Jeez.
And
No, I said G's.
oh
Like that's a tough question. Flavor combo?
yeah,
Man, I don't
pizza
know.
ranch, peanut butter jelly, chips and salsa. You know, what's your favorite like flavor combo?
Is chips and salsa flavor combo, or is
Yeah.
it like just two things together? Bagel and cream cheese.
Fuck yeah, that's probably my number 2.
That's my number 1.
Bagel and cream cheese. That
Fuck
is
yeah. Or like some bread with butter.
no, that is a way
It's the same
downgrade
thing.
from
It's the same thing.
bagel and cream cheese. Is
They're
the shit.
related.
You know what's great?
What?
Pro cheat here. Butter and cream cheese.
Oh yeah, you're a big butter on the thing and then put cream cheese on top
Yes.
guy. I've seen you do that.
Pro move.
I've seen you do that.
Make it extra unhealthy and extra delicious.
We could
If
do.
you're gonna do it, you might as well go all the way.
We could do restaurants. That's our subject today for the game. Restaurants.
Love it.
Okay. Do you want to start?
Sure.
You are the loser.
Okay.
Go for it. Any kind of restaurant.
I get it.
'Kay.
Brands?
Just a restaurant.
Granite City, as we talked about today.
Okay. Why? Why is tough? Oh shit. Okay. Wow.
I got one already.
Do you? A Y one? Wow. You're just getting in my head now. Give me some time. Give me some time. Give me some time. Give me some time. Okay.
That was easy. I picked it right up.
Wow. A Y. Fuck me.
Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep.
I might lose on the first one. Give me a
Quick
Y.
takedown.
Give me a Y.
Yumi's
The fuck is Yumi's?
in Excelsior.
Is that a sushi place?
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking Japanese. I was really like
Yeah.
Yakamoto's something.
It's not
I know.
yeah. Yakamoto's Dragon Restaurant.
I was going through my I was going through my like
Yakamoto Dragon.
famous kickboxing champions or some shit, and I couldn't think of. I was like, Leon.
Restaurants is great though. I
Yeah.
like restaurants.
All right, so let's keep going.
Because you could have went right to like Santorini's with S right away after
Yeah,
that.
yeah. There's a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Let's go again. Pick another one.
No.
I
no,
lost.
no.
Yeah, let's just go.
No,
Let's-
I got to keep my win. It's going to be
You
my
won.
sacred W.
So 2-1. It's 2-1 and 1.
Okay. Can
2
we
to
do
1
it different? Are we still on restaurants?
Yeah, just
You want to give it another go?
should we continue and start a new game, or should we continue and just call it off the record because it's still restaurants? Up to you. Do you want to register this in the?
No, because we can only have one a week.
That's what I thought. Okay, so let's just keep going. So just do another one.
All right.
I just want to play
Let's go with Ruby
Why?
Tuesdays.
with an S
Yeah.
because there's Y's on the end of.
Yeah.
both of
Got you
those.
scared there.
Yeah, because there's Ruby.
You could
and
use
Tuesdays.
Yumi's. I'd let this game off the record. I'd let you use Yumi's.
Well, no. We're not doing that. So S. I mean, you can go anywhere with that. Sabaros. Or you do
Is it
Sabaro.
Sabaro?
Is it Sabaro or
Mhm.
Sabaros?
Oh, it's got an O on it.
Okay. Let's do
So
both then.
Osaka is the next one.
Osaka. A. RB.
Oh yeah.
Well, that ends with an S, but that's too many S's. I'm gonna try to think of another one.
No, it's not. I already got an S.
Okay, Arby's.
Steak and Shake.
Nice. E.
K.
E. Is it end with a K?
No, it doesn't. It
Ends
ends
with
with an E.
E.
It's because that's the proper way to spell that.
E's kind of hard. Oh wait, Herbert. Is Herbert's and Gerbert's? It's like a,
Yeah, it's a sub shop.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Subway.
Nice. Why again?
Ah.
Y is tough. So restaurants end in Y, man. That's a tough.
Yeah, it's
subject.
tough. Subway.
There's got to be
You've
another
got-
Y, man. Oh wait, there's a Y restaurant next to my fucking old apartment.
Which one?
The sushi place, right next to my apartment that I never went to.
Where was the apartment located?
Up to Lake Street. Remember?
Oh, right. You were there all the time.
Yeah, not that sushi place. That was right. That I walked by it every day.
Oh.
What was it called?
What was the cafe that has really good breakfast that for like 5 times the price of a normal cafe?
Egg and I?
No. It's down the street.
Not Egg and I.
They have the cool counter, cool bar in the back. French bakery.
French Meadows.
French
And
Meadows.
The breakfast was extremely expensive
Unbelievable
because
though.
the vodka orange juice was made in heaven.
It was, and they're like $7 a piece, and you order like
Because
3
they
of
give
them
you
during
Grey
breakfast.
Goose.
Yeah,
they're like,
yeah.
You're
they
like,
make
can
it-
I have the rail? You're like, sure, Grey Goose, okay. They're like, okay.
Yeah.
We don't have anything.
Can I have a
less.
rail? How about Absolute? Would you like Absolute in
Yeah,
there?
Absolute, Grey Goose. Oh, you want Tito's? We don't have Tito's.
Yeah, we don't have Tito. We don't have Smirnoff.
Yeah, we have Grey Goose.
Svedka, who drinks that?
Yeah, Svedka's probably the worst.
No.
It's oil. You
No.
love Svedka.
Burnett's is the worst.
There are worse than
There
we can go worse.
Kharkov. Shitty boozes.
We can go worse.
Anyway, restaurants. So why?
Yeah,
Still
I
have to
give
come up with-
I give up.
Oh, okay.
Like, do you have another why?
No.
Like, there's got to be like a
The Yellowstone Bar and Grill, but we don't know about.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, you know
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we don't know that about that.
exactly. And you could come up with shit like that, but it's just not gonna.
Yeah,
So we learned restaurants is hard.
restaurants is hard as
yeah.
fuck.
Shitty booze would be a good one,
Shitty booze.
or
would
just
be good.
booze.
There's
would be-
not that many though.
I suppose.
There's only like
Well, no,
4.
but you could do like you could do like brands of alcohol or beer. Beer brands would be.
beer names.
We could do beer.
Beer names.
Like the name of
The beer.
like Corona.
No, yeah. Well, Corona counts because it's like Corona, and like the beer would be extra. But
Oh, making models.
yeah,
So like I would have
Summer Crush
so like Torpedo.
by like Castle
Torpedo.
Danger.
Torpedo.
You know, Castle Danger. It's the beer is Summer Crush.
I gotcha.
It'd be great.
Okay, we can meditate.
And
on
they
that.
could take H and go to Heineken if you wanted to.
Do you want to try this right now?
No.
Okay, it's too much for us.
Yeah.
Well, let's close it out. I think we wrapped up 90.
For sure, dude.
You know.
This is a great time, and you know.
What
and
else? Do you have anything for the people before we run away?
I don't have anything for the people. Tune in next week. I will be back in time on Sunday from Power Cruise to be here for the Phony Express Show podcast.
Yeah, make sure you're following us on wherever you follow us on your podcast.
You can get us anywhere that you get your podcast. I guarantee we're on there. We have just splattered the market.
We have the red light is still blinking, which is
We might have
excellent.
full video,
We have full
360p,
video.
high quality video,
What I'll do is I'll
lower
actually,
than standard definition.
I will actually pan the camera over so you can see the goose sleeping right now. She's just adorable. We're gonna really quietly go over and pan the camera to her so you guys can see her. But until then, see ya. Love ya. What else you got?
Base.
Peace.
An outro would be interesting. Indeed. Pan over to the goose. There she is.